What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Quest for Gold series. This time we're using the CM091 assault rifle, and I have quite a long history with this gun. I've got a couple stories and some interesting things to talk about, but first things first, as far as the gameplay is concerned and as far as my setup is concerned, we're just playing some standard TDM on the map Village, and the setup on this gun is basically my standard assault rifle setup that I use for a majority of my other assault rifles. We're just using the silencer with a kick weapon proficiency, and beyond that, really nothing special. This particular gun, in my opinion, bounces around. It's got a lot of kick, more kick than I think any other assault rifle has, including like the Type 95. So this gun is bouncy as shit. And just a side note, I think right here is the only time in Modern Warfare 3 history that a ghillie suit actually disguised a person, camouflaged them. I don't know why, but I did not see that person in the cave. That's just really embarrassing looking back on it. But anyway, as far as this gun is concerned, I have to say it bounces around a lot more than a majority of the other guns, and if you're not used to it, it's something that is a little bit difficult to use. It's something that's kind of, you have to get used to the more you play with this gun, and with kick it does help, with silencer it does help. Those are the two that are basically going to bring down the recoil, I would say, to the lowest point you can possibly get it. Other attachments, you know, personal preference really, but it's not going to help you in the kick department. Everything else is just going to be more or less personal preference. Red dot sight is something that I would recommend on this gun as well. I am not a fan of the iron sight whatsoever on this gun. I'm a little weirded out by it, to be honest. It just looks just like an afterthought. It looks very, very strange, and for the longest time I couldn't really get used to using it. But yeah, I mean, red dot sight is something I would definitely recommend. Beyond that though, really nothing too unique, really nothing too special with this particular gun. I would have to say extended mags, not necessary. I would have to say any other sight besides red dot sight, not necessary. I mean, it's just your standard assault rifle with a little bit more kick. Really nothing to it. I would, however, recommend a couple perks. Definitely sleight of hand, and I may also want to recommend quick draw. I know that sounds a little bit weird with assault rifles, but for some reason with this sight, with the way this gun works, I would probably recommend quick draw. I'm not personally using it in this game, but sleight of hand is something I would definitely recommend, as well as quick draw, and actually neither of those I'm using in this game, but that's beside the point. Don't follow what I'm doing in this game, because it was a really shitty start, and about half of it I was just dicking around the whole game. But yeah, I would definitely recommend sleight of hand and quick draw. I would also slightly recommend scavenger if you're going for long kill streaks, but this gun actually has a pretty low rate of fire in my opinion. I don't find myself struggling for ammo. I find myself struggling to reload more, but I almost never run out of ammo. Even without scavenger, I think I would still be fine. So beyond that, I mean, there's really not much to this gun. This particular gun, personally, it's not one of my favorite guns. It's not a bad gun whatsoever. You know, it's completely fine. I see you know, a lot of people use it. A majority of people choose it over like the G36 or things like that. And for some reason, I see a lot of lower level people using this gun. But my history with this gun has not been very good. As you can see, I'm starting to take people out with my MP9. And right here, I was just kind of a side note. I was kind of panicking a little bit, because this was the first time in this game that I was actually pretty close to building up a decent kill streak, and I didn't want to risk reloading my CM9 and stuff, so I'm dicking around with this MP9, and I'm getting hit marker after hit marker after hit marker. I'm running into people, I'm running behind people, people are running into me, and this is just a bad situation. Definitely don't do what I'm doing throughout this little section of the game. But anyway, the CM9 for me, for some reason, I want to say for the first 8 or 9 prestiges in Modern Warfare 3, every time I would pick up this gun, it would go exactly like that. I couldn't hit a person. I would get shit marker after shit marker. I probably had a total of like 3 kills with this gun throughout the first 6 or 7 months of Modern Warfare 3. Every time I would pick this gun up, I would just die, and then I'd want to throw my Xbox controller at a wall. I don't know why. I mean, I tried to use it in custom classes, I tried to rank it up, I tried to see, you know, what I could do, but for some reason, I don't really know if they changed this gun at all. I mean, right now, it's, majority of the time, it's pretty much fine, but for the longest time this gun would just be on my ass. It would just bother me so much, and I never could understand why. I don't know if you guys ever have that situation where there are certain, guns or certain setups or certain things in any Call of Duty where at first you just absolutely hate it, and eventually you kind of learn to live with it, and you may actually end up using it a little bit more than you thought. That's kind of how it is with the Spectre in Modern Warfare 2. I picked up that gun when that game first came out, couldn't get a kill with it to save my life, and now it's just another gun. So I don't know if it's just, the game progressing and you kind of learning it more, or just, sucking it up and using the gun and practicing with it. I think practice definitely makes perfect with certain situations. Obviously with, snipers and shotguns, it's one thing, and, the difference between automatic and 3-round bursts and stuff like that. But with certain guns, I feel like they're just little tweaks, little kind of things that people like myself, like the kick in this gun, don't really expect and don't really know how to handle at first. So that's probably why I hated this gun so much, because it just bounced around way too much and I wasn't expecting it. But now I really don't have too many complaints. I've had a lot of good games with this gun, and it's got a special place in my heart for being a dick for the first 80% of Modern Warfare 3, but now it's it served me pretty well, getting me AC-130s and whatnot, and doing pretty well with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Quest for Gold. Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Also hit that subscribe button for future Call of Duty videos. Only got about a minute left in this game as I'm finishing up. I'm not using my AC-130 quite yet because I wanted to get these last few people in the spawn. I was kind of crisscrossing in my mind, going back and forth whether or not I wanted to call in my AC-130 or just finish off the game with these last few kills, but I ended up calling it in, and it worked out pretty well because I got a whole bunch of kills here, which is cool. So, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Quest for Gold will probably continue over the next couple weeks. I don't know if it'll continue into Black Ops 2 too far, but I think what I'm going to do is every time I just get a good gameplay with a gold gun, I'm just going to upload it. No upload schedule or anything. I know I've been trying to do it every single Monday, but I really need to get going on these gold guns, so probably just every once in a while, whenever I get it, I will upload this series, and hopefully you guys will continue to enjoy it. So like I said, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, post any comments down below. You guys know what to do. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.